the next thing you need to do is set up grids on your structural plans. To do that, you can either use your structural plans or your floor plans from your architecture model. I'm going to choose my floor plan from my architecture model. That way I know that I'm going to put my grids in the correct places. To set up a grid, you need to go to Architecture, and then over in the Datum panel, there's a grid option. Select the grid option. Here, you can just draw a line like you do with a reference plane or a section to draw your grid line. The grid line should be placed where you're going to put beams or columns. For this example, I'm just going to place three horizontal grids, and I'm also going to place 3 vertical grids, 3 or 4 vertical grids. Now, when I change the direction, I actually also need to change the number of the grid, because we're going to have numbers going horizontally, and vertically we're going to have letters. So to change the number, just click on the number itself twice, and we're going to change it to a letter A. Revit is an intelligent program, so now that I've changed the first grid to the letter A, then the other grids will continue along the alphabet. B, C, and then D. Now, for presentation purposes, it's always good to make sure that your grids are not actually touching your model. So I'm going to select my grid, and then using the little circle, I'm just going to drag it out. And the same with the ones at the top. This blue line represents that the grid lines are locked and joined together. You can see that A and D are joined together. So when I move it, you can see that they're joined, but B and C are yet to be joined into that group. So I just need to make sure when I move it that that blue line appears. That way you can be joined in and it's set at the same level as D and A. Now, grids are also 3D, so now that I've drawn them in this plan, they're also visible in my basement plan, as well as my first floor, in my structural plans, and also in my architectural plans. So that's how we set up grids.